let's get into some positive. Like who? All right, so let's look at the league as a whole. Who's some of the most underrated big men in the league right now that not many people talk about? Who do you think?
I got three people that I thought were worth mentioning. Anyone else, I think everyone's talking about, or they're just not that good. I'll give maybe a couple on the edge here with short description. But my top three, it's Kem Burch, Darius Baisley, and Jakob Poeltl. I think Jakob Poeltl for sure is like everyone's darling in the underground big men days because his per 36, man, he's got 16 points per game, 11.4 rebounds, and 2.2 blocks. His real stats is 13 and 9 with 1.2 blocks, so not shabby at all. But I mean, he's only 26, and I think this guy's got a ton of potential.
Yeah, he made my list. I think great. He's really efficient around the basket too. That's one thing that was there. But I think he's definitely in the, if not the most underrated big man. I think he's great. I think the Spurs have something nice there. I don't think he's going to peak out as like a star or anything. However, he doesn't need to be. I think put him on any team and they're instantly better, depending upon who they have as big already. But yeah, like he's not gonna. He's a huge plus player.
I mean, most teams that like need a big like him, like they're not expecting him to come in and be like a star. He would be filling a hole, and like he would be filling that hole in such a great way. I could see this guy becoming a top 10 center in this league. No doubt.
Wow.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of like, I feel like that wouldn't be hard to get to in a couple of years. He's got the talent.
Yeah. I mean, it could certainly happen. But another guy you mentioned, I love Kem Burch. Obviously, he played for my Magic, and Kem Burch is just that grit, effort type player. He'll do whatever you need. He's the coach's best friend. He's awesome to watch play. Darius Baisley, lots of talent, very young. I'd like to see more of him. Just super inefficient right now, but he's exciting to watch. Actually, a few of the guys I had, we talked about Steven Adams. He's not talked about that much. We talked everything about his pick and roll to defense to offensive rebounding. He's a guy that gets down there. He'll do all the hard work. Strongest guy in the NBA. He's great. He has a very specific role that he's fitting where he is. Mason Plumley. I don't think he's the best. I don't think he's a good starting center, but certainly a really underrated big. I mean, he's a nice rebounder, nice playmaker. I think he fits a role. I don't think it's where he is, but he would certainly be great somewhere else. So not on the contract he is, but I think he is underrated. Dwight Powell, just a grindstone type of player. He's a hard worker, does exactly what you need him to do. Can starting to spread the floor a bit, but he's benefited a lot from Luka Doncic too. But I think he's awesome. I think he's nice to have. Certainly good for interior defense. And Hassan
and Kleba are both good. Maxey nice shoot three a little bit. The different styles of bigs.
Two
one's
polar
a little
opposites
clunkier than the other, but
right. And then my last guy is, I think, Hassan Whiteside at this point in his career. I think he is an underrated like backup big. I think he's the best backup big in the league currently. He's able to step up and he can fill those. It's him and Andre Drummond, which people might think is a little unfair, but this is the role they were both supposed to play. They were never supposed to be that starting center or that star center, neither one. And they're both filling the roles that they have to lead, and they're gonna do great on the teams they are. I mean, Drummond, we haven't seen enough with the Nets, but from what we've seen with the 76ers, he's been great. Hassan's been great for the Jazz. He's helped them out a lot. Rudy missed a lot of time, and the Jazz were still able to keep up their wins. So I think he's done very well for them.
Yeah, no doubt. It's interesting with players like that where they had so much success as starters for, even a short period where their perception was different. And so when they fall off of that, people just assume that they're garbage and that they can't provide anything. But truth is, like, they're very solid role players now coming off the bench, and they're willing to accept that role. It's just like how Carmelo Anthony was a star in this league forever, and then he fell out of it for a bit, but he came back, and he's a good role player now. If you're willing to, accept who you are, the perception of you can change a lot, which is why I'm announcing a PSA for Russell Westbrook, to finally get his shit together and realize you're not a star anymore, buddy. This was a conversation about big man, but guess what, Russell Westbrook? It's time for you to grow up and become a big man yourself.
Has the skill set of a big man. Maybe obviously a better playmaker, but
The mentality of one. Yeah, he acts like he's a big man. He's clunky like one. He's got the ball handling skills of one.
yeah, Bob the Builder tossing bricks around. Yeah, I think a lot of those guys are great. Obviously, Portal's the standout for us, and I think he's a great fit. He needs to in the team he is. I'm excited to see what the Spurs do. Could they replace him? Yeah, there's a lot of bigs if they fall in the draft that he could get replaced with. That only means that he could move to a team where he can help a team win now. Like the Warriors, I think would be really nice to see him on. I don't think the contracts would work. That would help out a lot. I think.
Yeah,
I mean, just about any team would love to have him. I mean, he's not a floor spacer, but he does everything else you need a big to do, and I think that's totally okay.
yeah. I mean, I think like any team would love to get him for the most part. I mean, I could see him fitting well on the Timberwolves for one. On the Trailblazers, I think that would make a lot of sense.
Awesome.
I think, he's a great player. He's young. I think the Spurs should honestly keep him. But you never know if you do find someone decent in the draft, and
if you get Chet,
you want to give that guy minutes. Like it's a different story.
Right. You get Chet, you get some other guy like Paolo, or we'll see. We'll see who they do. Victor Wembanyama's the 2 years down the road. They're certainly on track to maybe pick him up. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean the Spurs, they're like always too good to get the 1 seed or the 1 pick. So we'll see. But overall, best under the big men or best under the radar big men in the NBA. Jakob Poeltl, like you said, I think he's our number one. Another guy I want to give a shout out to is Thaddeus Young. He was on the San Antonio Spurs for a second. Now he's with the Toronto Raptors, ready to help them out for a playoff run.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these veteran players people forget about because they get so excited with the shiny new toys, every time we get a new draft around.
Right.
These guys, they deserve some flowers.
Yeah. Who do you guys think are the best underrated big men in the league? Comment below. Let's hear them. I'm curious who you guys find. They're everywhere, all over these big men are hard workers, and it's nice to shout them out to see who they are. They're really nice role players. So comment below. Let us know.
No doubt. That's going to be it for us today, guys. We went over some really fun topics, and we're going to have videos for each of them for you to check out. Make sure to subscribe. We are Strictly Ball Business. Alec here and Dalton over there. And, we love you. So give us any comments on our videos if you want to start the conversation going. We always love to reply. So hope to see you soon. And Dalton, you got anything else that you want to add?
No.
All right, guys. We'll see you. Hey, guys, be sure to like and subscribe us. We're Strictly Ball Business. We strictly talk NBA. We love it. You love it. So let's get above it.